I hope so in this room. How were you able to choose which introduction you were going to do for Toni Morrison's book? Or
No, they invited me to do Song of Solomon, but it is my favorite. I think it's the best book.
Okay.
Of all her work, I think Song of Solomon is her masterpiece. I think that Beloved is often said to be her masterpiece because for Black writers, it's always the slavery book.
Right.
But Song of Solomon, I think it's a great book, and every book I write, I like to say I begin every book with a forehead to the ground curtsy to Morrison. So even in Kin, you know, she has that short story, Recitative, about the two girls and one has a mother who's dead and the other's mother's danced all night. That's why I have two girls. One mother is dead and the other one is God knows where. That's my gesture to every book I write. Because I think of Morrison as my literary foremother, and I want to give respect to her at every turn. But then I had another thought. About 2 years ago, I read a book called Neighbors by Diane Oliver. Diane Oliver, had she lived, she would have been about 85 today. She would have been the first Black woman to graduate from the Iowa Writers Workshop. And she was writing short stories. She was tragically killed in a motorcycle accident the night before graduation. And her works have been collected and they were published about 2 years ago, and I was asked to read it and write an introduction. And I felt that I had so much in common with this woman. She's also a Southern writer. She's from North Carolina. She went to Iowa. I went to Iowa. We had like a lot of overlap in our lives. And I thought, I feel like she too is my literary foremother, but how is that possible since I had never read her? So how could I say I'm influenced by something I didn't know about? But then I thought, like if you do, 23andMe, Ancestry? I refuse to do that, but that's another story. But if I were to do that and find a relative, an ancestor, I wouldn't say this isn't my ancestor because I didn't know about it. So maybe it makes me think there's something spiritual too about what is handed down, even if you don't know it.
That's right.
I wrote this with my whole heart.
And look, Andre told me the same thing. I said, ma'am, y'all over here making me cry on every single, okay?